Hey, we're live.
Woohoo!
All right. So, hey, welcome everyone. We're going to call it a podcast production meeting. And it's essentially a glimpse into some of the work that goes on into making this killer content. So, what are we going to do? We're going to gush over last week, and then we're going to party about what's going to happen next. And I know you guys have seen my ugly face a lot on every podcast, especially if you're watching on YouTube. But who you don't know is Jamie over here, who is essentially the magic behind this podcast. Um, Producer extraordinaire, trapeze artist, everything. Why don't you say hi?
Hey guys, I'm Jamie.
So she is awesome. So take it away.
All right. So normally our shout outs we're going to do at the end, but this time we had to say thank you to Sonia and Drift for the awesome swag they got us. I'm also wearing a shirt. Thank you so much for giving us this stuff. It's wicked soft too.
Yeah, now I don't have to do laundry. It's awesome.
Great gym t-shirt and wicked comfortable sweater.
Totally, we're gonna sport it everywhere.
Thank you so much, Sonia and Drift.
Yeah. Last week.
Last week, we have an episode with Rebecca Lieb. She's the author of Content, the Atomic Particle of Marketing.
Yes. She was actually in Greece when we did that interview, too. It was crazy. It sounded like she was next door.
I know. It was an awesome episode. She covered a lot of stuff about content.
Yep.
I know one of my takeaways was don't create more content without that strategic why and how. You got to have that strategy first.
Yeah, she was good. She's like full of strategy. Strategy was like flying out of her left and right. For me, it was that. Plus, we really got into the future of using AI, which is definitely a trigger for me. But using AI in content creation and content authoring, and then also modifying content based on your audience, which is just crazy to think about.
Crazy. We're living in the future.
Yeah, totally.
And then we have an episode with Heidi Vandermeer, ABM manager at
cool.
Uberflip. That went live yesterday.
What up, Uberflip? Where are our t-shirts at?
So she told us what ABM is, and that was a really awesome episode. And one of my takeaways from it was really the importance for marketing to work with your sales team. You really need to work together.
Totally. And for me, she reminded me of, we always talk about segmentation, but also in ABM, there's segmentation and there's tiers, there's buckets you can put people in, and certain buckets, certain groups get different things. So it was great. It was a reminder. Well, she was cool because she actually started in sales and she went to marketing. And so hearing that story was like really cool. How about next week?
Well, tomorrow, actually, we have an episode going live with Asia Matos,
sweet.
Founder and CEO of Demand Maven. Awesome episode.
Yeah, she was talking about like doubling your conversion. She did something super simple. So we're going to tease you. It comes out tomorrow. She did something super simple that literally doubled her conversion rates on her website. Like 2 easy steps, like an easy bake oven, and it worked. We make you wait to the end of the episode to hear it, but it's really cool. I had a blast with her.
Next week, we have Sonia Jacob from Drift. Who got us this?
What?
Awesome episode. Really excited for you guys to see that. That'll be live next Thursday.
Okay, cool. That was an amazing convo. And I'm not just saying that because you sent us clothes that we can wear. It was really cool. And what you won't see is there were all these technical difficulties behind the scenes, but we kept chatting forever. And it wasn't like labor intensive. It's one of those things where you wake up and it's like 2-3 hours later. It wasn't that long, but it was just amazing. We just talked forever. And some of the things that stood out for me was that I guess we're going to do that more of that stuff later next week. But man, we talked about sociology and being authentic. And I know Drift is all about authentic conversations. So it was a really cool episode.
It really is. Can't wait for you guys to see that. And so we're going to do our shout outs now. So if you guys have a question, you have a topic you want us to cover, or a badass marketer you'd like us to interview, tweet at us or connect with us on any of our social. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll give you a shout out.
Totally. Shout out. Maybe we'll give you some swag here.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah,
get some stuff. And we've got some great authors on the show. So if you do a shout out, we're going to get you one of their books for sure.
We're going to do it.
It's amazing. So yeah, great stuff. How about we just roll into a mailing list?
Yes. So soon you guys are going to be able to sign up for our show notes. So you're going to be able to learn the takeaways, which myths we busted, lessons learned, and of course, resource links. So if there was an awesome book they wrote or webinar, we're going to give you guys the link.
Totally. And if you don't like listening to my voice, perfect option, right? Just go ahead and read it instead. It's good stuff. And mention all the different social platforms. We're also on many different platforms and mediums for the podcast itself. So here on YouTube, we're also on all the podcasting apps like iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, a lot of them. Overcast. We're on we're everywhere. So however you want to, if you want to watch on YouTube, rock that out. If you want to, listen while you're driving in the car, do that too, or even read the mailing list, the notes, if you will. So that's it.
That's all, folks. Fun. This is our first. Got that in the book.
Check. So we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy all those shows. Bye.